health issue that can worsen if untreated. At United Vein Centers, our minimally invasive treatments result in little to no downtime and are covered by...
Hey everyone, good morning. Time to wake up with episode 21 of Kelly Mark. Let's talk about the live version of Little Mermaid. I know you've been waiting for it. Please, you can take the bag off your head. It's time to start living life for real.
That can worsen if untreated.
Because without daytime TV, what would our lives be? Anyways, I'm Kelly.
Centers. Call 100 Veins today to schedule your free vein screening at one of our locations.
The inauguration of Brandon Johnson today, beginning at 10 a.m.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, from the musical fantasy, The Little Mermaid, Awkwafina. And the host of the Geography of Bliss, Rainn Wilson. Also, the hosts check in with the viewers when they open up the A-Box. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo.
That's very nice. Okay. Thank you. It's Monday, May 15th, 2023. Welcome to the show.
Big
How
weekend.
was everybody's Mother's Day weekend?
I walked out yesterday morning to get some bagels. We went to get some bagels, and the amount of flowers being delivered in New York City to the building, beautiful flowers.
Beautiful flowers.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
And even our children surprised me with
some nice
beautiful flowers. I suspect that you were heavily involved. It had the trademark Mark Consuelo's Low and Lush, no filler. You know, it was a bowl of flowers.
Yeah, nice colors, beautiful spring colors.
It was so nice.
Did you have a good day? Did we spoil you?
I felt very spoiled. Yes. Plates and dishes almost made it into the dishwasher.
Laundry was being folded.
Yes, I was shocked.
It was the Vancouver fold, though, if you notice, because I lived in Vancouver.
Yes, no, I looked at it. I went downstairs and I looked at it and I was like, I'm going to have to refold all of this. But at
least it was out of the dryer.
It was the thought that counted.
Yes.
But it was a lovely day, and the kids surprised us. Michael surprised us. The other two were there, but Michael surprised us by coming home in the morning. So when we woke up, he was there, which I don't mind is terrifying because you're like, how did you get in?
And it was beautiful in New York City this whole weekend. It was gorgeous. And we took a long walk, like a 5-mile walk in the park. You see all the other dads and moms, you know, and they're out there and they're celebrating the Mother's Day. And so we were walking, and and the kids are in their 20s. They're in their 20s, and they're 6 years old. They're like,
they were
stop touching me, stop touching me.
It was. I took a video.
Laughing, fighting.
I took a video, but then I was told that I could not show it to you all. But I'll show it to you all during commercial break because I took a video of them
pinching and
headlocking.
Yes.
And we were walking behind them, and I was like, look at them. Look at these fools.
So we're in this walk, and we hear I hear this guy singing. There's a guy singing at the top of his lungs, at the very, the loudest he's singing Pearl Jam, like the Eddie Vedder.
The whole album. The first album?
Yeah.
What's the name of the first Pearl Jam album?
Ecology.
I could not. What is it?
10.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
He sang 10 from beginning to end, nonstop, the whole album.
And so we were waiting for it to stop, but it just kept going and going. And he's about 40 to 50 feet behind us. And finally, we were in Harlem at this point. I said, let's pull over and let him get in front of us.
Pull over, meaning walking.
Walking.
Pull over. Step over.
I mean, but when people were coming by on their bikes, they were all looking behind us like, what is going on? And for New Yorkers to be surprised by something, that means a lot.
And then Lola was like, we should run away. Run. Everybody on the count of 3, run. And we're lifelong New Yorkers. So we just keep walking, and Lola would sprint away from us.
Yeah.
And then wait for us, and she's like, he's still behind you. Yeah, because we're still walking.
And he was like a man of our age, Gelman. He was just like a regular guy. He didn't seem strange. He didn't seem crazy, no, but, you know, you gotta love New York. He just seemed like very alone.
Okay.
You wonder why.
It didn't bother me. I liked that album. I thought it was a good album. And, you know, and you started singing along with him at one point, which really humiliated Lola.
Hey, but the staff had a big weekend.
Oh, my gosh. Let's get to it. Let's get to it because lots of graduations happened. You know, we gave birth to these kids all at the same time.
I know. It's crazy.
I don't know why it surprised me that they should all graduate at the same time. You know, we've got a double graduation this week because NYU has...
Are you graduating?
Graduating? Yeah. Okay, so you'll be there on Wednesday, as will we.
And then when's your second one? Tuesday. Isn't that fun?
Tuesday and Wednesday. We have Wednesday and, wait for it, Friday.
Right. What school are you graduating from?
Social work.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing.
Very cute.
Masters.
Are you the mom? Yeah, the mom yells at master's degree. So we're all clear on that. So Jamie graduated from USC.
Fight on, Jamie. Fight
on, Jamie. Oh my gosh, Emma, Michelle Champagne's daughter, Emma graduated from Temple. I can't even believe this. Diane D'Agostino's son, Grant, graduated from Temple as well. Started partying early. Michael Fagan's daughter, Kelly, graduated from Madison. University of Wisconsin at Madison. Yeah. Very exciting. And I like, see, these are great colors. How do you feel about the purple?
Okay, we have a question for you.
Lola's very concerned.
Was your cap black? Okay.
Yes, okay.
Because there was a big debate because it's not purple, and Kelly and Lola were having a
I said,
debate.
You're going to be the only one there with a black cap because I called it a helmet. She got I said, I'm pretty sure it's purple because if I recall, Michael's was purple and he's saying, no, it wasn't purple, that I conjured up that it was purple.
Right.
You think it was purple for undergrads?
I wondered why it was black.
Okay.
You wondered why.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So it's not.
Okay, so maybe we're both right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing seeing these kids, these young adults.
No, because I only see them as infants.
As small kids on the remotes.
Imagine my surprise. Grant, the toddler, is drinking champagne.
The beard, look at the
Why
beard.
is he wearing a fake beard? This is his Halloween costume.
Yes. Hey, also, if you're at home, send us your grad pictures. We'll
Yes, if you have a graduate, we will show them at the end of the show. You heard about the Michigan woman,
No,
right?
I didn't.
You didn't
No.
hear this? Okay, so she was determined to get her diploma, but she was in labor during her graduation.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was in labor.
In active labor. Oh, and then she left. She got the diploma, and then went to the hospital and had her daughter. That's Kelsey Hootie, and
What school?
At the Henry Ford College. She was 38 weeks pregnant and fully dilated. And I'm trying to see the name of the baby. Nyla.
Nyla.
Baby Nyla. Isn't she adorable?
Yeah.
Come on. Talk about getting your master's degree.
Show must go on.
Yeah, show must go on for sure.
I don't know how to segue to this.
Just do
This is
it.
going to be a hard left.
It's-
Men confess to loving romance novels.
Oh.
You can't let anybody knock you for it. Men who, including baseball star Bryce Harper, are picking up the traditionally female-targeted love stories, almost a how-to about relationships.
Oh, so they're learning how to.
Yeah.
They're learning from romance novels how to do it. Which is, we can all agree, better than porn.
Right. Now, when I first started out in the soaps back in the mid-90s, I was I was convinced into doing a couple covers for these romance
I
novels.
believe I helped encourage you to. Yeah.
Here's one of them called The Air.
Oh, I've got better ones than that at home.
That was my manager. My manager thought it was a good idea. He is no longer my manager.
I thought it was a great idea, and I still stand by that statement.
There was another one floating out there. We can't find it, but there was a second one. Do you have
If you had asked me, I could have gotten that for. I have the actual book.
it? Oh, yeah? You still have it?
Oh, of course I do.
But you're right. They're reading these books to figure out how to handle.
Satisfy the women in their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck.
I never needed one of these books.
That's so true. You came book ready.
I could have written one. I could have written one of
You
these
know what?
books.
You should write.
Yes?
You should write
Really?
a how-to novel.
Oh, yeah?
You should. I don't mind telling
Not to
you.
pat myself on the back, but
No, you should.
I could write one in
I'll pat you on.
Spanish as well.
I'll pat you on.
Yeah, Spanish, Italian.
You should write a three-language, a
trilingual-
trilingual how-to novel.
Or just one with different languages involved, because the language is sort of
Just for the steamy bits.
just for the steamy bits.
Yeah. Steamy bits always sound better in a foreign tongue. Speaking of foreign tongue, I've got to tell you, I'm looking at your shirt and I admire your devotion to us. That's unbelievable. Did you make those yourself?
Yes.
Yes, I would think so. It's one of a kind.
We have to sign those for you.
Did you? I'm going to ask you a question. Did you
Yep.
lose a bet? No, you just okay.
Oh, well, thank you
Well, I
for doing that.
appreciate that. You know, I'm from New Jersey, the Garden State. It is the state that keeps on giving. And, you know, New Jersey is so attractive.
It is. It is. I definitely agree with you.
Even galactically attractive. Did you see that a meteorite crash landed in a New Jersey home?
Whoa.
In the Trenton area, by the way?
Now, is that North Jersey or South Jersey?
It depends on who you ask. If you ask my people, we would say that's North Jersey. But if you would ask people from North Jersey, they would say that's South Jersey.
Okay.
But anyway,
Capital, though, yeah?
there you go. There's the meteorite. Came crashing through this lady's ceiling
Whoa.
right there.
So
How about that?
Confirmed it's
It's
that it's a meteor?
confirmed. I thought,
is it safe to venture a guess that Trenton would be then in Central Jersey?
Now, is that North Jersey or South Jersey?
it depends on who you ask. If you ask my people, we would say that's North Jersey. But if you would ask people from North Jersey, they would say that's South Jersey.
Okay.
Maybe we
but
can say
anyway-
it's Central Jersey.
There you go. There's the meteorite.
Harmonious agreement.
Came crashing through this lady's ceiling
Whoa.
right there. How about that?
Confirmed
It's
that it's a meteor?
confirmed. I thought, you know what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was more of that frozen toilet refuse. No, but don't, that's what happens, Gelman. Sometimes we cover these stories here where pieces of what was flushed away landed in somebody's home, usually also in New Jersey. But this time it turned out to be a bona fide meteorite from outer space.
No one was hurt.
No one was hurt. Isn't that great?
That's cool.
Now they have a meteorite in their house. I wonder what will happen to it. Will they take it away? Will the government come and seize it? It's 2.2 pounds, and it's approximately 4.56 billion years old.
Wow.
Huh? They analyzed it already. Yeah, they had it. That's how they knew it wasn't toilet.
That was my first thought.
I know I'm glib, but I'm not making this up. This is an article from ABC News right here in this booth. So you can count on.
Right, and God forbid, and you know for sure, if anything, the same company that created Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck would never ever tell you that a meteor is just one big piece of alien poop. You want to know what alien shit looks like? Go to Central Jersey.
On it. From ABC News right here in this booth. So you can count on it.
All right, we're segueing hard again. Bobby, the world's oldest dog, celebrates his 31st birthday.
Good photo. We have a photo. There he is. What is that in dog?
He's a Portuguese pooch. He was declared the world's oldest dog by Guinness. Let's see. He can't see very well. He can't hear very well.
Sounds familiar.
But he is like a herding dog, right? Yeah. So he gets a lot of exercise.
Yeah. Chewy's got a birthday tomorrow.
So wait, if he's a herding dog, he can't see and can't hear. Does he just go out in the field and just smell the animals he's herding and then just walk towards the smell? And I'm sure just like a blind person, he's been around the same territory, the same land. He probably can tell by the smell of the grass. He knows he's in an open field, so he's not scared of bumping in anything. And I wouldn't be surprised if the dog, as he walks kind of closer to home, the smells change, and that's what tells him to slow down. Maybe he barks when he needs help, and the owner comes, and as long as the owner's there to support him, he's going to be motivated to keep eating. If the minute he barks and no one comes back, he's just going to stop eating and just lay down. It's like, what was I going to say though? Do you believe? Put this in the comment section. People have said that dog years, 1 human year is 5 dog years, and I've heard people say 7. If it's 7, that means that in human years, this dog would be 217 years old, which doesn't seem realistic, right? But at least in 5 years, he would be 155, which doesn't seem realistic. So how have we been wrong about the comparison of human to what's it called? Human to dog years? Because I always heard it was 7. So when a dog was 10, he was 70. But like my dog lived to be 18. And that would put him at like whatever 18 times 7 is. That's 136. That's not realistic. So it has to be 5 years. Because then that'd put him at 90 years old, which makes more sense. Because when a dog is like 2 years old, they're putting him at 14. I'm like, no. But then at 5, it's 10. And really in human years, a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old, even though they're quite different in what they're into and how their bodies are developing, mentally a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old can be into the same things. They like playing sports. They like playing video games. They like doing activities. And they like testing boundaries. So put in the section, is 1 dog year 5 years, 7 years, or other?
Sounds familiar.
But he is like a herding dog, right? Yeah. So he gets a lot of exercise.
Yeah. Chewy's got a birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How old is Chewy going to be?
17.
Wow.
Also, can't see and she can't hear.
But she sees.
That nose is good.
Yeah.
That nose knows.
She does see something because she stares at walls.
Doggy dementia. Is that
She
doggy?
sees spirits.
She sees spirits.
Doggy dementia. Yeah, sure.
Really?
She sees things.
Yeah.
She sees what she chooses to see.
She still has dreams because she barks in her dreams.
Yeah. She's very active when she feels like it. You know, she's got bursts of energy. And then she...
Only 13 more years. What? Only 16 more. 13 more years to go, right?
Yeah.
14 more years.
Breaks the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna break the record.
Hope.
We have a huge show today.
Awkwafina is here.
And one of our favorites, Rainn Wilson, is here. All right. What time is it?
It's time for Girl Board Spring Trivia. That was our virtual trivia dancer, Sheila Simon from Texas.
And let's say hello to Megan Collins, who watches on WLS in Belvedere, Illinois. Hey, Megan, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're great.
All right, we're going to play a little game with you.
All right.
Here's the game. You've given us two statements. One's true, one's false. We have to figure out which one's true. If you stump us, you get this.
Megan, you know how this game works. Mark is determined to rob you of that mug. I will try to thwart his efforts. We shall see.
I mean, it's Monday, and we're having a competition early on Monday morning. It's nice. You feel alive, right? Here we go. Your first statement is, I officiated my hairdresser's wedding. Or, I didn't get my driver's license until I was 31 years old. All right.
I'm going to say that she didn't get her driver's license until she was 31 years old. A lot of people do that. But officiated the hairdresser's wedding, you would think that makes sense. The hairdresser could be a gay man. But I think that's too obvious of a lie. I think she has a gay hairdresser, and she decided that would be a good lie based off of that truth. Maybe the hairdresser suggested, why don't you tell them that, like, you officiated my wedding? This is my guess, my first impression guess. Put in the comment section.
To officially officiate that wedding, did you have to get a license?
I had gotten in the 90s or the 2000s the universal life marriage ability. And so
Too much information.
Later, but I just happened to have.
Did you have to re-up your membership or whatever it's called?
No, they sent me an anniversary saying it's been 10 years since you've had this. Have you used it?
And when you got that license, did they send you a clergy pass? A parking pass?
No.
Because I'm also a universal life minister, and I got a clergy parking pass.
Well, that must have been later than 2009.
Interesting. And you live in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. Why did you not drive until 31? That's a little odd.
It is odd. I lived in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, so public transportation is very good. And I failed my first test when I was 16, and all my friends were driving, and it really wasn't a big deal. And then I got pregnant, and my husband was going to be in Rochester, New York for 6 months, and I figured I should have a driver's license.
Go on.
I'm telling you, first of all, the one thing that sticks out is she's going on and on and on and telling about this whole more information about this statement that no one asked after time ran out, right? And that's always kind of like what they say is a tell sign that that's a lie. Like she's trying to sell you on something. She's trying to oversell you on something. Like when a server has when the chef has salmon that's like probably a day or two past its expiration dates and they want to sell it, they're encouraging the servers to sell it that day. So the server's really, really trying so hard. They're talking forever to trying to sell you the salmon. They oversell it. So But at the same time, in a game like this, the caller could know that and do that on purpose to throw them off, kind of the whole reverse psychology. So that's the thing you got to notice. The one thing I will say is that I am from Illinois. And when he asked, why did you get the license when 31, she said that she lived in the northwest suburbs and public transportation was good and that she didn't need a license. Right? And public transportation, even though there might be a pace bus in which is a bus system, but it only runs like certain hours. Sometimes they don't run weekends. They only run once every hour. They're not reliable as a city bus. So when she says in the northwest suburbs the bus was good, that doesn't make sense, especially in the northwest suburbs. That's a little further than the city. And some suburbs in the northwest part of the state might not even have a bus service. And if they do, it's not 100% reliable. So that just does not make sense that the bus service was good enough in the northwest suburbs that she didn't need a license. Because if there was emergency before Uber, there was not any way to get around that, in the case of emergency that you could rely on. So that leads me to believe that my first impression guess is actually a lie and that she officiated her hairdresser's wedding. Now, whether it was she didn't get her license till later in life, till she was like 27 or 33, but she just changed the number. But the whole bus statement about the northwest suburbs and the public bus service being good, that just does not even make sense to me. So I'm going to change my first impression guess and say this guess that I said was a lie. I'm sorry, was the truth is now a lie. So that's my official guess. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 31 years old. Lie. I'm going to say, is it true that you officiated your hairdresser's wedding? But he doesn't know about Illinois.
Going to be in Rochester, New York for 6 months, and I figured I should have a driver's license.
Go on. That sounds true to me. So listen.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah, tell me.
It's so funny because I'm listening to this and I realize that Megan and I are very similar. She didn't get her driver's license the first time, and tell me if there's a little bit of this in there, Megan. You were like, if I didn't pass my driver's test, then this is dumb.
That's exactly what I did.
Yes, exactly. We are the same person, right?
Megan, I like you.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to try to stump you. I think the true
He's trying to stump you.
I know. No, that's not how it works. I think the true statement is I didn't get my driver's license until I was 31 years old.
Wrong.
Nope.
You didn't follow your own advice. You always say whoever talks last buys. Yes.
Yeah.
You and she was talking and talking and talking, and I thought for sure you were going to pick up on that, but you didn't because you're getting soft. You're getting soft.
Oh, I'm not.
You know
no,
what?
I'm not.
You know what?
Then you're getting shitty. You're sucking at your job. Then you're just becoming weak. You're either soft or weak.
You're getting soft.
Oh, I'm not.
You know
no,
what?
I'm not.
You know,
You're an old, mushy, moldy tomato, bro.
you're getting soft. You're getting soft.
Oh, I'm not.
You know
no,
what?
I'm not.
You know what? A month in and he's starting to crack.
All right.
All right, congratulations, Megan. Now, David. Okay, you're playing for $1,000 gift card to Omaha Steaks. You have 20 seconds and only one guess, Megan. Good luck.
Megan, here we go. On Friday's show, we talked with Michael J. Fox. Who did Michael say the producers originally wanted to play the part of Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties?
Matthew Broderick. It's Matthew Broderick. It's not Eric Stoltz, who's the original Marty McFly
Actually,
in Back to the
remember
Future.
this.
You do?
Yes,
Matthew
I
Broderick.
can't believe it.
Matthew Broderick. Oh my God, it's Matthew Broderick. She's got such a smoky voice.
Oh,
Oh, that would have been a good guess.
that would have been a good guess, but
Yeah, it was Matthew Broderick. Yeah.
it's okay.
Sorry, you're still going to
Good news.
receive a $500 gift card to Omaha Steaks. And now we enter into our grand prize drawing for $5,000 in cash.
Excellent. Thank you.
Coming up next, Awkwafina. Rainn Wilson. We'll open up the inbox to hear your comments and questions. And coming up next, Awkwafina.
I will say though, Rob Lowe would have made a great Alex P. Keaton, right age too.
Open up the inbox to hear your comments and questions. And coming up next, Awkwafina.
So you're saying you could travel back?
Ready to treat your HIV in a different way? Ask your doctor about every other month Cabenuva. With every other month Cabenuva,
I'm good to go.
Just met a lady named Margaret in the audience who is very excited. Hey, on tomorrow's show, Joel McHale will be here.
We also have Alfonso Rivero.
All right, she's a TV star. She also happens to be a full-fledged movie star. How about that?
Yeah.
Now she's the voice of Scuttle in the highly anticipated live-action film, The Little Mermaid. Please welcome back to the show, Awkwafina! Awkwafina has a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's right.
So how does movie star Awkwafina celebrate?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I would like to, maybe go on a cruise or something. But yeah. But then like, how do I do that? And then but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna
Call
have
a
to.
travel agent.
I know. Yeah, but like I think.
Isn't it a lot of pressure when you get a little bit older? You have to throw yourself the parties, right? Or someone throwing you a party.
No, I think of all getting all my friends together to like hang out and go to dinner. I'm gonna have to pay for that dinner.
You're gonna have to pay for the whole dinner.
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of sad.
Do people make suggestions where you should go? Because I sign up for all these travel newsletters, and
I mean, I really don't have a plan. I don't throw parties. I haven't done that since I was, probably I haven't had a birthday party probably since I was like 11 or 12. I had a couple get-togethers with work friends, like after work on birthdays, where we'd go out for drinks like at midnight or 2 a.m. But that's not really a party or anything. And pretty much every birthday I've had, I've either been working or I've been underemployed or unemployed. So it's like I can't really do anything to treat myself because I got to make sure I have money for rent. And I think now at this age, I just don't really care. I'm probably going to smoke a lot of weed and then go to pick out a restaurant that I like that looks good, pick out a dish that I want, probably something Italian, and go to a restaurant and probably enjoy myself for and have dinner by myself for like an hour and a half. Have a nice bottle of wine, and pair it with a nice first, second course. Probably if the soup sounds good, I'll get the soup. If not, I'll have some appetizers. I just see whatever's good. If all the thing that looks good is 2 entrees, I'll have 1 entree as my first course and second course. And then I'll have a second entree, and whatever I can't eat, I'll take home, and I'll have a dessert, and I'll tell them it's my birthday in the kitchen because I want to see what they do, and if they write something in chocolate or something, or if they put some sparklers, and then I'll probably go home and get in my pajamas, binge watch some shows, and smoke some more weed, and go to sleep. Maybe if I feel like it, I'll go out to like a bar or a club for like an hour and hang around and see if I can get if I could find like a nice little trampy New York girl to come home. But then I'm scared she's going to rob me. And then I have to get a hotel. And next thing you know, I spent like $500 on my birthday. But I mean, even though I guess I can afford that, I'm not like Kelly and Mark Consuelos rich where I could just drop 500. I'd have no guarantee where my next job's going to come from. So, but that's the plan, but I don't have plans. So I hope that answers your question.
up for all these travel newsletters, and they make every place look so
good. They make every
show you the best.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I never knew that Denver could be so lit. No, but yeah, I don't know, because it's like traveling alone is like a weird thing too.
Right.
It's like, do I go to Malta? And then I ask people for advice, and you can always tell a lot about like where they suggest for you to go. They're just like, yeah, go to Turks and Caicos, or go to Vegas. I don't know. So I was like,
Two different friend groups.
Would you go on a cruise by yourself?
yeah, but like, would I go in disguise? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what kind of cruise. I don't want to accidentally get on
I
like
think
a
they have those cruises where you go by yourself.
Oh yeah,
You can meet people. They have those cruises.
Like a
Oh yeah, they have those.
I mean, I would be down with that.
How would you know?
Let me know which one.
So is it just a singles cruise, or is it really promoted as a sex cruise? Like, it's a singles cruise, but really it's a place where singles go to have casual, anonymous sex with people that they know they'll never see again. So it's as long as they got booze and pills, and not pills like opioids.
Oh yeah,
pills
they
like
have
boner
those.
pills, like blue pills.
I mean, I would be down with that.
How would you?
No, and I don't need help with that. But when it comes to just meeting strange women and being forced, like, hey, you only got 1 week to like really, you really have 1 week to kind of develop, 90 days of connection. Like, I would, it helps, because I don't want to spend like 4 hours asking you a bunch of questions. I need to know who you are. I can't just meet some girl and say, hi, what's your name? Oh, your name is Francia. Oh, hi, Francia. You want to go have sex in my little cabin? Sure. Like, I don't mind a singles cruise, but I can't be on a whore cruise. Not a whore.
Oh yeah, they have those.
I mean, I would be down with that.
How would you know?
Let me
I
know
have
which
single
ones you
friends.
like.
I have single friends.
You should do that. What's it called? There's one called, with the British accent, Viking, exploring the world. It sounds fancy.
Yeah, that sounds also like cold, and like there might be a lot of battle, or I don't know. I don't know. There's something about that name. Yeah.
Now you're from Queens. Now, when you come home to New York, is it a ton of pressure to see the family?
Yeah, it is. It is. There is, because and being from Queens, it's like you're gonna pass by Queens, like in the airport.
That's
it's like
true.
there's no, you can
Can't
never
avoid it.
say that I wasn't nearby. So I do see the family. Yeah.
Are you going to go to any Mets games while you're in town?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would love to catch one if they'll have me.
Did you throw the first pitch?
Yeah, I threw out the first pitch twice, actually. Yeah.
Would that make you nervous? Because I played baseball, and I think that I see people throw out the first pitch, and sometimes it goes really bad.
Oh, the first time it was so nerve wracking. I was like, and I threw it to my dad, and he was so nervous. He wore dress shoes on the mound. I was like, Dad, you're a lifelong baseball fan. Why are you wearing dress shoes right now?
Did you make it?
No, it was my fault. It went all the way to the side, which is the thing that happens. But on the second time, I was like, that I already flopped, so I don't care anymore. But right before I got on, a guy whispered to me. He was like, just throw high, and that'll work.
It's farther than you think.
It's way farther than you think. And high, it at least won't go that way. So you don't do one of those,
Did you play as a kid?
I did, yeah. Not in the street like New York City movies.
Right.
we stickball. Yeah, who does that?
Was Robert De Niro there?
Yeah, I know, right? Like in active traffic.
Right.
I played. Yeah, I played when I was young. Except I was good at hitting and throwing, but I didn't understand the concept of bases. So when I would score, I would just run. I just run anyway.
To the outfield?
To the outfield. I would run.
Yeah, that's not what you do.
Yeah, no, people they hated me on that team, but yeah, it worked out.
I've learned so much today.
Yeah.
During this segment,
Singles
I was like,
cruises, baseball.
you don't run to the outfield.
Right.
Yeah. We have to take a commercial break. We're going to come back and talk about the scuttlebutt in your new movie, The Little Mermaid.
Still ahead on Live, Rainn Wilson.
Partial response. That's when your antidepressant helps, but it's only part of what you need. And you're still left masking how you really feel inside. It's not your fault.
Every time they lied, Cliff fought back. In the end, the jury awarded me $9 million. If you're taking on the insurance companies, hire Cliff Horowitz.
Oh no.
Get off me, you fool! Oh, hey, didn't expect to find you here. And I really didn't expect to find her here.
Hey, listen to me, Bird. The king can never hear of this. We are going to forget this ever happened.
Ow.
Are you listening to me?
Yes,
You won't tell him. I won't tell him. And I will stay in one piece. You got it?
got it. Sorry, what'd you say again?
I'm a dead crab.
It's as if you are channeling our daughter in playing the little, Scuttle in The Little Mermaid.
Yes, I was. It was one of my inspos, yeah.
I love this live action remake. It looks, live action has come like so far. It looks so live.
Yeah, you lied. It's alive.
Tell us about Scuttle.
Oh man, Scuttle was so fun to play. One of my favorite characters from the original, played by Buddy Hackett. And and yeah, it's such a fun character. Rob Marshall really let us do kind of like make it our own, and so we filmed it. We recorded it all standing together in the same rooms, just like this. And you really don't get to do that often. So it was just really, we got to riff. It was great.
Yeah, usually you're like locked away in a room.
And you had a song in this? Did you know you were supposed to sing?
No, I had no.
Sometimes in movies like this, one actor will do their voice, will voice their character in like New York, and another person will be in LA, and then there's another person that could be in like France or like, Italy or, Germany or Australia, and working, someone might live in like Canada and then just have their own home studio, and they just record, in Canada, and they get a little clip of the movie, and they have their lines, and they kind of play off of what someone recorded, 8 weeks before in Arizona.
No idea. I had no idea. And then when they dropped the bomb, I was like, oh, geez. It's very horrifying to like watch yourself as an actress back, like in footage. You hear yourself, and you're like, oh my god, that's what I look like. But when you're singing or you hear that back, it's an even different level of like, oh man. But,
self-loathing.
Yeah, but I had so much fun doing it, and Lin-Manuel wrote it, so it's definitely his voice. Yeah, which is great.
And Rob Marshall is the perfect director.
Oh yeah,
for this kind of thing.
Yes,
like, he does these big, sweeping, epic. He's got a great eye.
Yes, he does. Totally.
And so you started working on this film how many years ago?
I guess 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's how long it takes to make these guys. But yeah, it was very involved, and it was really cool because we got to go and kind of rehearse with Hallie and see the sets they were going to go build, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, and you work primarily, it seems like, at least from the clip, with David Diggs, and you must have had so much fun working with him.
Yeah, yes, it was so fun. We had this whole narrative that we'd go off and improv and bicker and stuff like that, and Sebastian and Scuttle, and yeah, it was such a fun experience all around.
And the first time you saw it was when? After all those 4 years?
At the premiere. The other week. Yeah.
No kidding.
And I was blown away. I was like, this movie's so good. Like that.
I would improvise a squad. I'd be like, thank God you're not a stone claw crab, because you don't deserve. Thank God you're a stone crab, because you don't deserve to have your claws crawl. Because you don't deserve to have your claw. Thank God you're a stone crab, because you don't deserve to have your claws grow back after I bite them off.
And I was like, wow, what are they?
Thank God you're a stone crab, because you wouldn't deserve to have your claws grow back after I eat them.
It was when? After all those 4 years?
At the premiere. The other week. Yeah.
No kidding.
And I was blown away. I was like, this movie's so good. Like that. And I was like, wow, what are they? I'm crying when she does part of your world, and it's just like, yeah, that kid in me is very happy.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think. I guess the original was way before you were born.
89, I think.
around that time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But you know,
wow,
it's a
I
classic.
suddenly just feel ancient.
I mean, yeah,
we can't wait to see it. We're very excited.
The Little Mermaid opens in theaters at IMAX on May 26th. Stick around.
Yeah, make sure you check out Awkwafina.
Rainn Wilson, coming up next.
Tomorrow on Live, Joel McHale.
Right, because that whole first wave of like, to me, there's always this first wave of like what I call new generation Disney movies, because I always grew up with like, and I guess you guys did too, with like, my favorite was Lady and the Tramp, and there's Pinocchio and Dumbo and Sleeping Beauty and Snow White and Cinderella and all that, and Fantasia, right? But that first new wave of like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, like all these movies all kind of came out in the late 80s and early 90s, and I felt like, you know, it was like movies that were made for my generation of kids, instead of watching all the stuff that our parents and aunts and uncles watched. You know what I mean? It's so Peter Pan and Bambi, all that stuff. Yeah. And so I think there's one more I'm missing out, but it was Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and Aladdin, and then The Lion King. And those all kind of came out all within like 5 years. And so I always put those in one big chunk. And for some reason, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's in there in my mind, and I have to kind of remember, hey, you're in the adult section. Like it's a big rental video store, like like not even a Blockbuster, because Blockbuster didn't have X-rated movie sections, but it's like a rental place to rent movies. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit is kind of in the adult section only. That was a cartoon, but it was more for teenagers, not for children.
Welcome back.
Although I will probably say I will show Who Framed Roger Rabbit to my 7-year-old children anytime they don't ask.
Welcome back. You loved him as Dwight from The Office and countless other roles in television and film. Now he's on the hunt for happiness in the new docuseries, The Geography of Bliss. Please welcome Rainn Wilson.
Coming in. How are you? Wow. Look at this.
You know, Rainn, you're the other man in my life, as Mark can tell you.
Yeah.
The Office plays on a loop.
Okay.
I was watching you last night while reading your book.
Wow.
I was having a full Rainn event.
Okay. And I was good with it.
You're fine with her having a full Rainn Wilson event?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Last time you were here, Rainn, you were sporting a crossbody man purse.
You were having a double dose of rain, huh? You were having yourself what we call a mini storm. You know, and I have a saying. Sometimes I have a saying. Too much rain makes you wet. Yeah, a little double dose of rain, a mini storm. And I have a saying, Kelly, a double dose of rain gets everything wet.
Fine with her having a full Rainn Wilson event?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Last time you were here, Rainn, you were sporting a crossbody man purse. And I was wondering, did you give it up? Because you were, I feel like, single-handedly made that a thing again.
I try. I'm just, you guys are so effortlessly like good looking and casual and
he might be. With me, it's a hell of a lot of effort.
It's a little work.
A full wrist.
Yeah, it's just I've always tried to fit in, and I tried the man purse cross thing for a while. I'm just back to pockets now.
You bum.
So, but it's the story of my life is trying to fit in, and I can't do it, so I've given up.
Well, you grew up in the 70s like we did. Did you have any like regrettable style choices? Because there were so many to make back then.
So many regrettable choices. For a while, I think it was 1982, I had a rat tail.
Oh, my brother had one of those.
He had a rat tail?
I wanted one so bad.
Did you ever pull it?
Probably.
Yeah, mine got pulled a few too many times. So
how long was it?
Yeah, it was a good 6 inches.
Yeah,
that's what she said. You're not supposed to say that on. No, it's a morning show. It's a morning show.
I want to talk about figuring out who's a liar. When he said, "Oh, my brother had one," and then Rainn says, "Did you pull it?" He goes, "Oh, probably," or "I think so." He's just making that up because he didn't. His brother actually didn't have a rat tail. He's just agreeing and doing the whole improv.
So many.
He's doing the improvisational thing of yes and. He's just agreeing with you as a talk show host. Like, oh yeah, oh my brother had one too. Did you pull it? He's got to think about it. Yeah, probably. He's just making that up. This is all bullshit. He's lying. I'm gonna say that's not true, Mark. If that's your real name.
Because there were so many to make back then.
So many regrettable choices. For a while, I think it was 1982, I had a rat tail.
Oh, my brother had one of those.
He had a rat tail?
I wanted one so bad.
Did you ever pull it?
Probably.
Yeah, mine got pulled a few too many times. So
how long was it?
Yeah, it was a good 6 inches.
Yeah,
that's what she said. You're not supposed to say that on. No, it's a morning show. It's a morning show. I keep forgetting.
Actually, in France, in Europe, it's early evening, so I think it's okay.
Was it a good?
Yeah, it was. In Italy, they're watching this in Bomboso Campo, right? They're watching it in Bomboso Campo, where your soccer team is. They're watching this live, so it's like early evening. They're prepping dinner right now and watching us.
It was a good 6 inches.
Yeah,
that's what she said. You're not supposed to say that on. No, it's a morning show. It's a morning show. I keep forgetting, and I almost said that. I thought it, but it didn't come out of my mouth. So that's what she said. So,
I set you up.
You really did.
Yeah.
But so many regrettable choices. But you know, the mullet is back now.
It is.
I don't think I can do it. I don't
turn to the side.
I don't think I have enough.
Oh, you could do it.
You think I could?
You could do it.
All right.
Just try it.
Yeah. Okay.
We were in Michigan, and you could totally do it. We visited.
The mullets were all over Michigan.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. So yes, yeah. The other regrettable one was the super wide leg jeans. They were kind of like between skate punk, heavy metal, early '80s Seattle phenomenon. Now I'm going with the skinny jeans.
Good.
Although, see, I feel bad now because now jeans are all like pale jeans. They're not. The dark is gone now.
No, that's good. Those are still good.
Really?
Those are classics.
Oh, you guys make me feel so good.
And those wide leg pants are back in style.
Yeah,
oh my! I can't keep up.
I know. So last time we were here, we also talked about your pets.
Yeah.
Do you still have the peacock and the pig?
I have so many pets. It's kind of ridiculous. So we have 2 pigs, Snorty and Amy, and we have a peacock named Alma. And we built my wife an office next to where the animals live in the little barnyard. So she writes short stories, and these delicious, delightful animals come and sit at her feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
They know who mommy is.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But
you had a loss recently, right?
Yeah.
Did you lose one of your guinea pigs?
Thank you. Yes, I lost. We lost one of our guinea pigs, Calico, and in a weird act that mirrors Dwight Schrute from The Office, I realized as I was telling your producer this story that Calico has been in the freezer since he passed away. It's been about a month or so.
Okay.
Because we wanted to bury him as in a family like ritual and find a nice place under a tree, but we keep never getting around to it.
But you're right. You're right. That is a Dwight Schrute move.
But this is art imitating life because Dwight Schrute did the same thing with Sprinkles the cat.
That's right.
Yeah. With Angela's cat, and it's all coming around.
You're turning into Dwight Schrute.
Don't say that.
But do you you don't get Calico mixed up with the pot pies, do you? Is there a separate freezer for that?
That is a concern. I'm going to need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah. You should label it at least.
I'm making this commitment. I go back home to Los Angeles. We're going to have the most beautiful ceremony with that.
Send us pictures because our viewers like to.
They like pictures of frozen dead guinea pigs.
No, just show us Show us the final resting place.
Oh, okay.
So that we can have closure.
Closure,
We
right.
just
To bring
want
it full
closure.
circle, close the loop.
We want to know where to go in search of happiness. And after the commercial break, you're going to take us there, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Enter Grow for a Spring Web Trivia, and you can have the chance to win a $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. Just go to our website to enter today.
I feel like I was born. I feel like I was born the age I am.
An old soul?
Well, I would say I was born a middle-aged soul.
Next live, Joel McHale from Crime Scene Kitchen. Plus Alfonso Ribeiro from America's Funniest Home Videos.
Hey, it's me, your skit.
So,
You money? Have you been servicing it more lately? Gather your invoices, add them up. That's how much we'll discount a brand new Carrier comfort system. Schedule your appointment at kingheating.com. King, come home to comfort.
And everything they are the animals. They're just being the member of the family.
Oh, that's so good. They're so excited for the sunflower seeds.
They're hosing them up like a vacuum cleaner out of my hand. Okay, all right, okay. That's a weird sensation. Oh my goodness. But it was wonderful. Thank you for the kiss. That is the third most memorable kiss I've ever had.
that was a clip from Rainn's new docu-series, The Geography of Bliss. That just made me blissful watching.
Yeah, that's what the show does. I mean, it's incredible. I've always said, like, I'll never have a better show than The Office and never have a better experience. And then they paid me to travel the world and try and find happiness. It was incredible.
I mean, just the phrase, they paid me to travel the world, that made me happy.
But then add happiness to it.
And then happiness.
Double bonus.
So when elephants do that, are they really kissing you or are they smelling you? Put in the comment section.
But then add happiness to it.
And then happiness.
Double bonus.
So tell me everything. Like, how did it come to be? It was inspired by a book of the same name.
Yeah, Eric Weiner has a book called The Geography of Bliss, and these young producers got the rights to it. And they came to me and said, I think this would be a great travel series. Something I've talked about a lot is kind of my own mental health journey and seeking to find happiness and deal with anxiety and whatnot. And Peacock picked it up, and I traveled the world: Iceland, Bulgaria, Ghana, West Africa, Thailand.
What was Iceland like?
Iceland is incredible. It really is one of the happiest places on earth. There's so much to learn from these places that we can apply in our own lives here in the United States. In Iceland, one of the things is it's dark. It's for
that's what
9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So they create community, you know. Of course, they're drinking together, but eating together. And also, here's a strange thing, they bathe together. So there are hot springs all over Iceland. So all the communities get together and they sit in these bubbly hot baths. We should do that more. America, it's time to bathe together.
Also cold baths too, right?
Yeah, they do ice plunge. So I got to dip in the Arctic Sea with a bunch of Viking Icelandic women. And cold plunging and cold immersion therapy is really helpful for happiness as well.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's where my happiness just trailed off when you said cold.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
I just got cold.
You're so happy when you get out. of the cold.
Well, that's what happens. There's a dopamine release for the rest of the day once you get out of the cold plunge. I'll go into the science of it later on, but it's very real. But it was a fantastic experience. You know, there's so many shows where celebrities go and they sample foods and have delicious tastings, and I got to travel the world and try and find happiness.
You also have a new best-selling novel out called Soul Boom, which I was reading last night.
Oh.
It's fascinating to me.
Thanks.
You are really a learned person. Like, last night.
Oh.
It's fascinating to me.
Thanks.
You are really a learned person. Like,
spirituality is something that's always been very important to me. Spirituality is something that's always been very important to me. Again, it's been part of my journey in looking for increased well-being and mental health. And it's so important today with the mental health epidemic among young people, but so many issues that we face as a species, as a culture these days, I believe have spiritual solutions. And I wanted to tackle it in this book. And fortunately, people are really responding.
yeah, it's a great book, and I highly recommend it. And don't forget to watch The Geography of Bliss. It premieres Thursday on Peacock, and Soul Boom, of course, is available everywhere books are sold. Rainn Wilson, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's say it together. Tomorrow on Live, from America's Funniest Home Videos, Alfonso Ribeiro.
Stacy! Stacy's mom has got it going on. She looks so good when I watch her undress. Stacy's mom is a cougar and a half. If her daughter is gone, then I will fuck Stacy's mom. I just improvised that. I don't like it, though. I don't like it.
No, in order to change your life, you can pull off big things. Next, Cameron Hall.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
Hey, welcome back.
You know what? You guys at home never disappoint. Thank you. We asked for it, you gave it to us. We've got graduates. That's right. Check this out. Randall Furlow from New Haven, Connecticut said Destiny Furlow graduating from UConn with a BA in sociology. Atta girl.
Kristen Shaw sent this in from Charleston, South Carolina. My brother became Dr. Shaw this weekend, graduating from the Dental School of Georgia. That's good. So now he's a doctor.
Dr. Shaw. And he's got nice teeth.
Yes.
Lucy Starris from Bedford, New Hampshire says, congratulations, Jordan, on graduating summa cum laude from Virginia Tech in 2023.
Then Debbie Wilson from Chardon, Ohio, master's degree at age 58.
All right. Lisa Vanderloo from Cincinnati, Ohio said, my daughter Libby graduates magna cum laude from the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Is that a real dog? Or is that a statue of a dog?
Magna cum laude from the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
It's a statue.
Congratulations.
We'll be right back. We've got more when we return.
If you would like to know more about anything you see on Live, log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
You find beauty in every little detail.
Why does it feel so good?
Feel.
Or designer looks. Designer furniture without the designer prices. Available at your favorite furniture stores.
Sponsored in part by...
My tip is, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Like smoking isn't that dangerous.
You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW for help getting free medication.
Are you taking a statin drug to reduce cholesterol? Statins can deplete your cocaine.
No, but I'm going to start now. Will my insurance cover it? No? Oh well. I'll just smoke weed and do crack. Garlic. Don't eat garlic. Just take a pill. It costs 10 times as much, but you get to be lazy.
And is odor-free. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with garlic.
Hey, don't forget on tomorrow's show, Joel McHale will be here.
And Alfonso Ribeiro.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great day.
If you have to call an 800 number to talk to your attorney, you probably called the wrong attorney. Lerner Rowe is your local law firm with.
All right, you guys. Thanks a lot. We're going to just watch a little bit of The View. Just the intro part.
At Lerner Rowe.
No, I think we're not going to watch The View because this is the inauguration of new Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, the extreme liberal African-American mayor who wants to give criminals multiple passes. And, you know, when criminals rob people and shoot them, instead of sending them to jail, he wants to send them to like a rehab and doesn't believe in imprisoning people who commit multiple felonies. We'll see.
At Lerner Rowe, we've recovered billions of dollars for over 150,000 clients. And that's the results you need.
Call 222-2222. The team you trust. Watch Eyewitness News at 5. ABC 7 Eyewitness News presents a change in leadership for the city.
And I can't wait to be sworn in as the next mayor of the greatest city in the world.
The new mayor entering office as Chicago sits at a crossroads. Today, a new era begins in Chicago politics. It's the inauguration of Brandon Johnson. Now, here are Cheryl Burton and Rob Elgas.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday. Today, Chicago gets its 57th mayor. Right now, we are taking a live look inside Credit Union One Arena, where in about 2 hours, Brandon